So I may have done a thing. Really quick before I start, I wanted to just say, before we jump on the hate train down in the comments, because of course I completely understand, a lot of shit is going down in the world right now. It's not that I don't care, and it's not that I want to flaunt what money I have. Believe me, I do not shop like this regularly. It's the first time I've ever actually had the money for some retail therapy. I think my cats are about to start fighting. I don't want to come off as insensitive, and I don't want people to think I don't care. The world is just going through so much right now. But I'd also like to say, I have so many just issues mentally, physically, and I've had them non-stop for most of my life. Let's take now, if you're going to continue this video, let's make that an agreement that I am allowed 2 or 3 months every 21 years to just be okay. Got it? Let's have some fun. Okay, so I've got quite a few things behind me. I promise you everything I bought for a reason, and I use every single thing that's behind me right now. But we're gonna split it into like 2 parts. Like I have 2 things that are coming in. So next time we're gonna be talking about like beauty, fashion, stuff like that. Today we're talking about basically the rest of stuff. I want to start off with probably my most frivolous purchase. But actually it was frivolous when I thought to buy it, but I've actually been using it quite a lot. It is this tumbler. I don't have a ton of these, honestly. The thing that I love the most about this is the straw. If you've watched my videos, but if you know me, I don't drink anything. I am persistently on the brink of dehydration. Why? Because I just never really think to drink water. I live in a humid tropical state now, and that's made it even more of a problem. I used to live in a desert state, so I would get thirsty, and I would feel like my skin is thirsty, my lips are dry, and I need water. I live in a tropical state, so like I absorb some of that moisture, so now I just think even less to get water, and it is consistently a problem. I have literally never drank more water in my life than when I've had this. So that's super important. Drink your water, guys. Don't be like me. This is something I desperately need to work on. Drink your water. Up next is actually going to be this little package here. Technically it's a calligraphy brush set, but I use them for watercoloring because that is something I've taken up. I was getting really into watercoloring before quarantine. This is probably one of the first things I did end up purchasing getting into quarantine. Took forever to get here, I understand, but still it took so long because I was getting super into watercolors. So when I first started looking into watercolors, I spent about $3 on some Crayola watercolor brushes, and they weren't great. So I actually, these weren't super expensive. They're about $30. I'm gonna link everything down below. But I did get these, and I've been using them. I love them. They are way better than the Crayola ones. That's great. But yeah, it's really, really nice. My biggest issue is that I'm not good at watercoloring. So these hold so much water, I can't control it. So we're working on it. It's progress. It's a learning situation. You learn, you live, and you learn. This is something you've probably seen on more than one person's haul. This is also on a lot of Amazon favorites videos. I also saw this on a favorites video. Oh, done broke it. That's okay. And that's really what prompted me to get it, because this is the thing to loosen stuff out. So you use this when you have clothes and it starts to pill and you get those little fabric balls piled up on your clothes. This can just cut them off. It took me so long to buy this. I've known about this for so long. It took me so long to buy one because I always saw that life hack. You can just use a razor and cut it off. When you use a razor, that works. It does work. It just takes 10 minutes longer than this does to get it just as clean. And so I ended up actually buying this. You can get them for cheaper, and I'll probably link a cheaper one down below. The cheaper one runs on batteries, and I absolutely hate batteries. So I bought a rechargeable one, which was a little bit more expensive. We gonna hydrate. Continuing. We're just going by whatever I grabbed first, really. I bought a high glue gun. Why? honestly, I grew up with a hot glue gun in the house and it kind of felt weird not having one. You'd be surprised how many times I come across things I need a hot glue gun or didn't have one. Now I do. But a ton of glue for it. It's also because when I get boxes and stuff from Amazon, I will like tape them together so I can make stuff for my cats to scratch up because I have 3 cats and they love to break things. So I figured it would just be a lot easier instead of using like a roll of duct tape for one like cat scratcher. I recently got, actually, technically, I got my glasses, this pair and another pair that's somewhere over there. I got glasses at the beginning of quarantine because I am blind and I need to see. I don't, so it's been a while since my last pair of glasses. My last pair of glasses I either lost or they teleported to a different dimension, something along those lines, but I have no idea where they are. So it's been like a year at least since I've had some sort of visual aid. I don't remember glasses collecting this much dirt and grime and oil so damn fast. So I got a whole pack of glasses cleaning cloths because I have to clean my glasses every like 2 minutes. It's great. A lot of you guys know I like to bullet journal, so I just have this cute little sticker set for my physical journal. I also do a lot of digital journaling. Trust me, I have plenty of digital stickers on there as well. Hi Nugget. I did not buy him, but I bought the things to make his tummy this big. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You're free. You're free to go. Along with glasses cleaning cloths though, glasses cleaning sprays. This is the smallest bottle. It was like a pack of 3, smallest bottle. That's what I wanted. It also came with wipes, but I haven't really gotten around to using them. I'll probably like throw them in a bag or in purses and stuff like that. I don't really plan on using them when I'm at home because I have the spray and the cloth, so I feel like I would prefer to use that. I would have preferred it if the pack didn't come with the wipes at all, but that was the best deal I could find, so that's what we ended up going with. Next is this smartphone stand. I used to have one on the ring light that I usually would use. Attached to it is essentially a cell phone holder just like this one, but one of the grips fell off of it, and so anytime I tried to put my phone in without improvising my own grip, it would just shoot out. So I bought a new one. Specifically, the reason why I needed this, like a lot of you guys know, I recently got a new camera to do my videos on, and so why would I need my phone to have a stand? I stream on Twitch. Sometimes I'll stream working time, stuff like that on Twitch, and when I do that at nights, because sometimes I'm just like not able to do it in the mornings, and I still want to get one in that day, so I'll stream at night. But when I stream at night, I'll stream over at my own desk. So many caveats with this explanation. Usually I would stream at my boyfriend's desk because that's where he does his streaming, so that we have one computer, everything's just set up over there. When I do my streams at night, I don't want to move all of that stuff. I also don't want to have all those electronics on that late at night. So I'll go and I will stream over at my own desk. And when I do that, I use my phone. Not the greatest quality, but it's what I have. So now I use this to hold up my phone. So I am like a closet pyromaniac. I don't know what it is. I love the smell of like a fire, like in a match. I love a grill running, campfire. I also like candles and stuff. So I have candles and I have wax melts now in my house. We have a wax melter that I did have before quarantine, so don't sass me. But I have a wax melter, and my issue with candles, and I love candles, but my issue with trying to light them was we had a box of matches. None of the matches were lighting anymore because we had just run raw the little sandpapery bits on the side, and we had nothing else that we could use until now. So this is a plasma lighter. I don't know if you can see this. It's a plasma lighter. I can use it to light my candles, and I, like, the second I turned it on, this is the whole pyromaniac thing, the second I turned it on, I was in love with just lighting things on fire, and I prefer to stick with just lighting candles on fire, so I bought more candles. I kind of regret it though. I bought a bunch of cheapy candles. These were really cheap at Walmart. So these aren't gonna be something I link down below because I got them at Walmart. I got them at a physical store. And I was like, oh, I'll get a bunch of cheap ones to make so that way I can have a bunch of different candles to light. Only Cherry Blossoms and Island Escape actually make any scent once they are lit. And so that was really disappointing, but you know, at least I can still like light them. I also thought, because I do keep my candle like jars and stuff once they're done, so I really didn't want them also, so when I do burn them down, I can put earrings and stuff in there. I thought that would be really cute. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Speaking of recycling, here is this lovely ice cream bin that is now currently filled with tea leaves. Oh my god, I made such a mess. So what this is I actually registered and signed up for a tea subscription at, it's called Dollar Tea Cups. It's called Dollar Tea Cup. It's called Dollar Tea Club. We've tried all of the flavors. The only one I kind of had a problem with was the almond rocker because it was super medicinal, and it was really, I wasn't in the mood for a medicinal tasting tea at the time. Also, like, they gave us a coffee and I'm allergic to coffee, so I couldn't drink that one. So, sucks to be me. But the other ones, we really loved them. Oh my god. It was a great decision signing up for this tea. We're going to have like a massive stockpile. My boyfriend, we like discussed this, and he was beyond convinced that he wanted to get one that allowed us to have 2 cups of tea a day for every month, because we get a new batch sent out to us every month. And I was like, babe, when we go back to work, we're not going to be able to make tea every day. And he's like, no, we'll do it. But even before quarantine, there were days where I just don't see him at all. Sometimes I'll leave super early and I'm out for 12 hours minimally. And so we just don't see each other, or we'll work just opposite shifts. So I'll be out, I'll leave before he wakes up, and then he'll be out by the time I get home. So we're probably gonna have some extra teas in there, which is fine. I don't mind having mini stockpile of tea. I'm a big tea fan. Like I said, I'm allergic to coffee, so tea was my saving grace. Almost there, almost to the end, guys. We live in a studio apartment. I've been having a lot of trouble, even like since we moved in. I've been having trouble when I do try and get stuff done at home, really like separating work time and relaxation time. And I think a big issue with this is we don't have space for me to have like a separate office. We do not have space or the money to buy me a comfortable chair so I can be less pent up. The desk chairs we have are not comfortable, so we don't really have the money to buy a big comfy chair so we can be comfortable while we're working, but keep it over on that side of the house. So a lot of times when I'm getting like back pains and stuff, I'll come and I'll lay down in the bed and I'll try and get work done, but then my bed starts to feel like a place where I need to get work done, and it's hard for me to like get to sleep. It's hard for me to really relax and separate those two parts of my life. So what I ended up doing was I made, in our closet we have, it's almost like a built-in set of shelves, but it's super stable, and I kind of just made like a little reading nook up there. And so I bought this blanket because really all of my throw blankets, whenever my cats start to get really sleepy or like are really loving on us, they'll knead into a blanket and like nibble on it. And so for the most part, all of our throw blankets are hers. This one is actually mine. She's lucky, she's cute. Also, like I said at the beginning of the video, I have a lot of anxiety, a lot of mental health issues, and so I bought myself a weighted blanket. Granted, I will say I do appreciate having this, and I do not regret this purchase, but I will say if you're going to get it, know that it's itchy. It's pretty itchy. So I wouldn't wear this necessarily for extended periods of time, but I definitely do put it on to like kind of relax myself for a little bit. I would suggest if you're in the market for one, try and maybe save up to get a better quality one, because that one is itchy, and these kinds of blankets are really dry clean only, so keep that in mind. So the last couple of things that I bought in terms of like not beauty, the things that I bought during quarantine are Cupids Match. This was a book. I will actually link in the iCard up there. It should be over there. I did a stream kind of reviewing this book. This was just a Wattpad book I read a while ago, and And like I said, while I was in quarantine, I had more time to read eyes to word books. The number of times I want someone to do some sort of compilation of me saying eyes to words, eyes to page, because I've said it so many times over the year. But I have more time to read an actual book. This was actually the first book I've bought in a while. And I bought it to read on stream. It was one of my favorite books off of Wattpad, so I wanted to check it out. So that was nice. We've got this book, which Alicia Marie. This is really where I got the idea to do this vlog. Was watching Alicia Marie and Remy Ashton. I've been obsessing over their vlogs, and they were doing a lot of cleaning vlogs, and I was like, I've watched so many. I might as well try and do that, so I'll link that video as well. And then they do so many hauls, and I was like, I kind of bought probably too many things during quarantine. Here we are. But during one of Alicia Marie's videos, I was watching, and she was talking about how she had been reading this book, How to Not Always Be Working, and if she had had this book around the time she had burnt out, she wouldn't have burnt out. And I personally had gone through burnout a couple times over the years, and it's been really hard to try and find a way to not do it, and this honestly has been helping me quite a bit recently. So I've been reading this. I'm not quite done with it, but I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And last but not least, shameless plug. So this is my book, The Queen of Thieves' New Throne. It came out actually April, middle of all of this nonsense. It is my young adult psychological thriller series. This is the first book in the series, and I've been working super hard. If you watch any of my Twitch streams, I really am I'm working, and we're kind of like hanging out, having almost like a study hall, doing work, working on projects, so just having a good time amongst friends. A lot of times I will be working on things for this series. It's a hoot and a half. Oh my god, I absolutely love the series. I work so hard in it. I would love for you guys to check this out. Keep in mind, I do have my main channel. Videos go up there every other week, but we are getting close to my usual hiatus in August for my birthday. But there's that, as well as, of course, Twitch, No Ordinary Scholar over there as well. And I do have a Patreon over there. You can support me for as little as $2 a month. You guys get the first chapters of my books ahead of anyone else. You get to see the covers super early, and we have all kinds of chat-ums. So that's me, but until next time, valedictions, friends.